kill.
What's going on, YouTube surfers, super troopers, Spartans, whatever category you fall into or whatever you decide to go by. I hope you're doing great, and thank you for tuning into another one of my videos. What's playing right here is some big team battle slayer on the map Tempest. Man, I never really ever imagined myself saying those words, not like this. It's kind of like I don't want to get corny, but it's kind of like a dream come true, you know, Halo Reach. But back on topic, Tempest, it's a really cool map. I actually never got to play it back when the old Reach was out, but it's a very cool map and I really like the way it looks. In my opinion, it's one of the best looking maps out there. This was easily the best game that I've gotten since I've started playing. I had a really good team and I managed to pick up a power weapon or two. You will see there's a couple of moments where I'm just like absolutely going off. I have no idea how I'm doing it, but just stick around and you'll see how well I do. In this video, I'm basically just going to be, like the title says, giving my first impressions with MCC finally coming to PC. And man, it has been a long time coming. So the game itself is everything that I thought it would be plus some. It looks absolutely amazing. It feels absolutely amazing. I haven't actually touched campaign yet. I have something planned for it, and you probably can guess what that is if you think hard enough. But yeah, I'm just kind of hoping it'll work out the way I'm picturing it working out. Firefight is more fun than I remember. I absolutely love this game mode. It's probably one of the biggest reasons why I was looking forward to Reach coming back out is Firefight. I don't know why, but I just really like it. And of course, Forge and Theater modes aren't out yet, but hopefully they'll be out pretty soon. Can't wait for those either. And just kind of to give you a recap, my total time played so far is almost 8 hours with like 44 matches played. I don't know if that's including Firefight or not, but the majority of my time played has easily been in Firefight. So yeah, it's really kind of crazy. The last time I played this game was 7 years ago, and I was able to get that specific date by going back to the old Halo waypoint and looking at my old profile and seeing like the exact date of the last match that I played, and it's been 7 years ago. It's pretty crazy. But I've pretty much been playing Battlefield exclusively since then, and it's very interesting coming from Battlefield back to a meta, you know, Halo Reach that's 7 years old. And it made me realize a lot of things. It made me realize that it's a very different playstyle than Battlefield. So a few of like the first things that I noticed is that the game is way more sweatier than I remember. And I think that this is due to a couple of different factors. One of them being that the game is just re-released. You know, when games just come out, it always brings out the super try-hard players, stuff like that. That's kind of the case with any game. And also the fact that it's on PC. So, you know, PC kind of has a stigma that the players are often more hardcore than console players. And I guess I can kind of agree with that. Sometimes it's that way, but it's definitely not always that way. Having played both platforms, I would say that when you play on console, you'll occasionally come across those crazy good players. It's more common on PC. However, I think that on PC the playing field is just way much more level, and it's not like as dramatic. You know, when you do come across those players who are just really good, it's not as hard to fight back on PC. That's just kind of the way I see it. And I'm primarily saying that due to mouse and keyboard. Like I said, it's just me personally. I feel like mouse and keyboard is easier to kind of pick up and fight back than, you know, with a controller. When I switch back to console from playing PC, it's kind of a long story, but in a nutshell, it took me a very long time to readjust to playing on a controller versus going back to PC. It was a relatively quick adjustment, but that's just me. I think one factor that many might not consider when making ports or when they want ports is that the games just feel and play differently. They just do, especially when it comes to porting something over from console to PC. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially in Reach's case. It can be a bad thing, but I haven't noticed very many critical negatives from being just basically a port over from console. One of the biggest examples that I've found so far is that jetpack use is way less in this version of Reach than it was on the 360. So pretty much aiming is like 10 times easier now than playing Reach back on the Xbox 360. So if you kind of put two and two together, if you jetpack, you pretty much get shot down like immediately. It's not, like it was back then. I remember one thing that people used to complain a lot about Reach back in the day with is the jetpack, and it's just like not a thing anymore. It's kind of crazy. That's just an example of how quickly things can change, how different the meta can be going from console to PC. So after playing for a while, I came across a comment from someone on Twitter. I think it was Twitter if I remember correctly, but they pretty much said that Reach was meant to be on PC, and it was kind of like a PC Master Race thing. And at first I kind of laughed, but then it slowly dawned upon me how perfect the game feels being on PC, and I kind of agree with that statement now. It literally feels like the game was always meant to be on PC. Now I know it is kind of a running thing that first person shooters are always best played on PC, which I honestly kind of agree with, but excluding that stigma, I still feel that way about Reach. So I mean, all in all, I think that this is the start of something really great. And the coolest thing is that it's only the beginning. Like, we have the rest of the Halos, the rest of the important Halos, throwing a little bit of shade there, but they'll be coming later in the future, and we can only go up from here. And I'm really looking forward to those next releases in the future. I am thinking about making a more in-depth review style video. I have a little bit more ideas and things of how the game can be improved, and who knows, sometimes the best way to go about those things getting fixed is to voice your opinion. So thinking about rolling out with that, and I definitely have some other ideas as well coming up in the future. I have another video immediately in the works, kind of catching you up on what I've been doing since my last video. A lot has changed in my life since my last video, which is kind of why I've been out for a minute, but I definitely want to spin you guys up on that and keep you updated. I'm pretty sure in my small circle of people, I'm the only one playing Reach right this minute. But if you picked up Reach on PC, or you're thinking about picking it up, I'd like to hear your thoughts or questions on it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this quick first impressions video, leaving a thumbs up will let me know and help the video reach other awesome people like yourself. To see more of my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right beside it, which will let you know when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back sometime.